Women and low libido issues. So I just kind of made a list, a bunch of stuff here we're going to go over. So low libido issues. What do I mean by that? Issues, right? Maybe it's low desire or arousal, or maybe it's the issue of, and maybe you think it's an issue of there's no lubrication. You should use lube though if there is. You should use lube if there isn't. Lube is great. Use more lubrication. Maybe the libido issue is because there's pain. Uh, think of all those things. So low desire, low arousal, lack of lubrication, and you're not using lube, but you should. There's pain, all those things. It's kind of that vicious cycle or circle or whatever shape it is that might cause you to continue to have a low libido. So first of all, I think of approaching things symptomatically. So pick any of those, pick a bunch of other ones that I didn't mention, but let's just start with pain. So if there's pain, especially if it's sudden onset, see a doctor for anything of pain. If you've always had pain, you should probably see a doctor. If it's sudden onset, you should definitely see a doctor. See a doctor, find out what's going on, rule out other stuff, and then come back here and watch the videos. Again, add lube, play with a bunch of different types of, they have flavored lubes that actually taste pretty good. Try out the different flavors. But in general, first, figure out kind of what's wrong, the different things that might be, like, oh, I have this thing could be it. This thing could be it for your low libido. This could be it. Consciously look at those things. So you're consciously taking action, but your body is your unconscious mind. So you're consciously taking inventory about an unconscious process, which is your body. The body is our unconscious mind. So the idea is you want to overrule the conscious part of the sex, of the sexy time aspect, of the arousal aspect. So don't assume that things will just do what you want. So sort of, I've said this before, but the whole lubrication thing. So certain things about sex aren't reliable. So if you're a woman and you're not producing lubrication, that doesn't mean that you're not interested, because you've probably been very interested sometimes and produced no lubrication. You've probably produced lubrication and not been interested. Same thing sort of with men and getting erections, where there are many times, I guarantee you most men have been very aroused but have not had an erection, and sometimes they've had an erection but not been aroused. So it's not a one-to-one. It usually is related but not always related. So again, use lubrication when you're aroused. You're like, hey, this situation is turning me on. Use lubrication. Just use an abundance of it. Why not? Slip off your partner. Just be so lubricated, you slide around on them. It's a new thing. It's fun. And drive, when we talk about sex, drive may not always be there. And especially sometimes it may not be there if it's a partner you've been with for years, decades. It may not be there. This, I guess, seems to go hand in hand, but not necessarily. If you're older, you might not have that drive you had when you're in your teens or in your 20s or 30s, whatever it was. Who cares? There, I said it. If you know that when you're being touched and you're being maybe penetrated or licked or whatever it is you're doing, we're talking about women, it feels good, but I just don't feel, I don't feel that drive like I used to. I had to stop it. You're an adult. If you know that you don't feel the drive ahead of time, like, there's just no whatever, but you do feel good once it gets started or at the end, right? You're an adult. Be an adult woman and go with it. You know what the end result is, right? It's like going to work out. Did you love putting on your workout outfit and getting in the car and driving to the gym and blah, blah, blah? Probably not. But you probably liked how you felt maybe doing the activity, maybe after doing the activity, right? The glow of working out and the pump you get if you're lifting weights, or the high you got if you're doing cardio. If that's the same with you for sex, then put it into your schedule, and either you just initiate sex knowing you're going to get that great result at the end, or maybe if you're watching this at the end, is that it? beginning and the end, or get your partner to initiate it, or you both just decide it's in your schedules. Just get naked and see what happens in sexy time. You start out with just touching each other and just let things build so that you then are interested, so that you are then turned on if you weren't ahead of time. Thinking that you have to be into it ahead of time is what kids think. Be an adult. Know that sometimes you just have to do it to do it. So if you have any questions, put them below. Reach out to me if you have some other issues coming up, some speed bumps, you have some blocks to sex, or some of these issues are working but maybe not working quite the right way. Take advantage of that free strategy call with me. Let's get on the phone. Let's see if maybe what I'm offering can help you, and let's help you get your sex life back on track, or get on track if it's never been on track, and live that sexy time life you always wanted. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video.